season like seizing an opportunity. The opportunity that comes when the #1 team in the country comes into your house and you have an opportunity to stake your claim to one of those coveted playoff positions. And the Sooners will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his... And the ball is loose on the return. Well, that could have been disastrous. Able to recover it and retain possession on the opening kickoff. The LSU Tigers offense going to get the chance to start this game off. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today. And, Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Having to kick it away after a 3-and-out's not what they had in mind. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. So Oklahoma's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. They're the new #1 team in the country. What do they need to do to stay in that spot?
Well, and it's cool to see this team earn that, right? Like, they haven't been #1. They had to go get it on the field, and now it's got to stay on the field, Jesse. One game at a time. Don't get over our skis. Think about too many things in the future. Think about today.
Yeah, they've got to have a sense of urgency now, especially knowing with that #1 beside the name, they're going to get everybody's best shot. So they've got to step up. They've actually got to elevate their play now, I think, to keep this thing moving forward.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Got it! And he goes out of bounds after a pick up on that one. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. He'll edge it in there on the quarterback sneak. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Trying to surge it in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision.
Touchdown, Oklahoma! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? And the extra point makes it 7-0.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Caught in the backfield, it's Humphrey. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Under fire. Quickly out to the tight end. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
I give the tight end a lot of credit for holding on to the football. I know he's a big guy, but he just got whacked.
1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Pressure coming. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Got it behind the line. It's Humphrey. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. From the gun, running back on the move. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Baker. Oh, he's got some space. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the option. Now the pitch. Here it is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Grab near the marker. It's Wade. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the 1st down. The Sooners are on the move. Looking downfield on 1st down. Great catch along the sidelines, but the object is to go forward.
And these running backs are used to being split out in high school as a wide receiver, playing 7-on-7 as middle school and high school. You could tell how comfortable he was being a wide receiver near the sidelines. Didn't get nervous at all.
Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Gives it on the option. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown Sooners. Great job by the back on the option. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. It didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over him.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Cradles it at the 35. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. To the air on first down. And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Got it in the middle. It's Yamale. Gets away from one. He's got space. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Makes it past the marker. Turning it on. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all three phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They really need to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Tight end finds a soft spot. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. They'll try to sneak it. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. They'll start this drive going to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Wade.
This quarterback Was in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Unloads it left. He's got an open man. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
It's a really nice throw. It's so impressive watching this Oklahoma passing attack now. You think back to Bob Stoops taking over as head coach in 1999 and bringing with him the air raid offense, a style of passing attack that still wasn't very prevalent in college football at the time, but since then they've always had good quarter.
Catch inside the 25. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Catch in the middle, it's Watkins. Good throw and catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. And the Sooners will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. 2nd and goal for the offense. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Takes the easy one to the back. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners!
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now on the 2nd level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the ball.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Takes it the other way. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma! The defense takes matters into its own hands. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Here's the handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
To the air on 2nd down. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. That is coverage just the way you draw it up. Don't even let him get started, and they knock him down deep in his own end. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Finds a crease at the 20. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. The Sooners, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. At the 45, on his way. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Quickly to the tight end. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. And the Sooners had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Looking to throw again. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. He'll do it himself. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And if I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback. And he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners!
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
And they did tack on the extra point.
42, LSU, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, and now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
He's got him. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
Well, they hit that deep crossing pattern, and a nice job by the quarterback there, keeping his eyes down the middle of the field. And he's not telegraphing where he's going to throw it. He knows he's got to give his guy a chance to work through the traffic, get all the way across the field. But you can't let the defense know where you're going with it. So really good timing between those two on that play.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Green. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. The offense will quickly use a timeout. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back has it. Bringing the heat. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He's got it. Stumbles to the ground. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. A shot toward the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field.
Number 16 in punt formation to kick it away.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Finds his man. It's Baker. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Just enough time for one final play of the half. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Baker. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. The Tigers will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the 2nd half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Here's a heat. Get it out on the screen. Almost popped free on the screen, but he'll be stopped short of the line to gain. It's 4th down. The Sooners line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. To the air, it's Bowling. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the 2nd half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. And the Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Pocket breaking down. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Sooners will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch, and he loses the football on the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Powers through. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And, yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game, one of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Rides to back and leaves it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Good right down the boulevard. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Quarterback on the keeper. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option play.
Motion from the back. Caught behind the line. It's Baker. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Sooners send out the punt unit. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return, gets a little bit of ground for the offense. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Finds his man. It's Green. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Good, solid pick up there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Got the middle. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Oh, they're after him. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he's already made one. The holder will put it down at the 26 for a 36-yard try. He splits the uprights. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that. The football, and you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man in the middle. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Wide receiver going in motion. Just going to keep it after the snap. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Going to take a shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short reach. But what a play to get the football back.
And for that quarterback, that was a good feeling that turned bad really quickly. He saw cover one. He got excited, taking a shot deep down the field. After he threw it, though, he could see the defender had better positioning than his receiver did, and that ends up being an interception.
I guess if you're going to get a 1-yard gain, at least it's kind of a highlight. Great body control, great job understanding how to keep a foot in bounds and give a little toe tap on the sidelines there.
Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Back to throw, it's Boley. Makes the catch. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. Target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they? Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and breaks into the open. The 40, the 30, running inside the 20. Touchdown, Tiger! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
And the returner goes down. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go.
Breaks away in the middle. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24. The Sooners just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Wide open downfield. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long and who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
The Tigers come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. They'll move the tight end. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Rides the back on the option, the give. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll run play action. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Quick release on the RPO. There he goes. Brought down at the 23. It's a 15-yard pickup to get them way out of their own end.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
He'll keep it himself. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. To throw, it's Applewhite. Buying some time. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Watkins. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Trying to do it on the ground. At midfield, he's got room. There he goes. Inside the 10. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into a locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
They kick it away on 4th down. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. They'll send the back in motion. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Knocked down at the 47. It's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains. This time of year, when you're the higher-ranked team, you're getting everybody's best shot. And, guys, they answer the bell.
There are head coaches in this sport that say nameless, faceless opponents. You got to be able to show up. You got to be able to bring your best game to the park, regardless of who you're playing. A lot of eyes on this one, David, because of the rankings. But, man, they were easily the better team today.
Well, and I get that nameless, faceless, but when you play a ranked team, it gets your blood going a little bit. And you could tell they were ready to make a statement. Played a good squad. They made them look like they weren't a good squad, proving why they're ranked so high.
I tell you, I love the mentality by this offense right now. They've got a pretty big lead. They're still being aggressive, taking shots, and they're finding the matchups they like. Man, they're taking advantage right now.
They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to pass, it's Applewhite. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. It's complete to the left. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
LSU 13.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37.
First and 10.
One more play to pad the stats. To the air on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. And the pass is incomplete, and that's going to be the final play as this game is over. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today.